Hello, and welcome to another episode of The Lawyer is In. My name is Robin Lee. I'm the special guest host for today, and with me today I have Ms. Chen Yiyang from RHT Finance and Real Estate. She's an associate there. Is that right, Yiyang?
Yes, I am.
Excellent.
Yes.
And today we're going to be talking about wills. So dying, Yiyang, it's not easy, right?
It's not. But if you were to drop a will and state very clearly on how you would like your assets to be distributed, it would make those and your loved ones around you when you pass on much easier.
So just for the sake of the audience here, briefly walk us through the actual process of putting a will together and the after effects.
So at RHTLaw Taylor Wessing, whenever we hear a client wants to drop a will, the first thing we would do is sit down and talk to them. And we will ask them what kind of assets do they have, what they would like to do with their assets, who are their loved ones, which loved ones would they like to administer their assets when they pass on, who do they trust, and if there are any unusual request, we will ask them more about it. We would like to understand them more to make sure that their assets will be distributed fairly to whoever. Yes. And at the same time, we make sure that their request, if any, is not too difficult and not too complicated for the executors, because the last thing you want to do is burden those around you as well after you pass on.
And would you say the process of putting a will together is common in Singapore?
Yes, it is common, and it is also a very easy process. After we have a chat on what you would like, how you would like your assets to be distributed and to whom, we will ask you to fill up an explanatory statement or basically an application form where you write out who your beneficiaries are and what kind of assets you have. Okay.
What are the common problems that or issues that you see for individuals who don't have a will within the legal system here once someone's passed away?
Well, if you don't have a will and you passed on, your estate will be an intestacy estate. So basically, the law would determine who gets what and how much. And this in Singapore is determined by the Interstate Succession Act. One of the problems with this is that the loved ones that might not be able to benefit under the Interstate Succession Act, or whoever you want to may not benefit as much as you would like or may have intended to. At the same time, you may have children or families that are financially dependent on you. If you don't have a will, unfortunately, sometimes the Interstate Succession Act will not provide for them as well. So if you were to write it out in your will and to explain it in your will, they would be provided for after you passed away.
Okay, so Yiyang, how would you make a valid will?
First, of course, your will must be in writing. You must be above 21 years old. You must have testamentary capacity, meaning that you are of mentally sound mind. At the same time, as you execute your will, you must not be under any undue influence or stress, or like you're influenced by a child or a very overbearing, domineering son next to you, pushing you to sign this particular will. No, we will ensure that you are of independent state of mind and fully understand that these are all your intentions to drop will. At the same time, very importantly, you need two witnesses for your will. Both witnesses cannot be your beneficiary or the spouses of the beneficiary. Unfortunately, we have had cases where people would drop their own wills for their father and get their husbands to sign off as a witness.
Oh, wow.
That would make an invalid will.
Okay. And I remember earlier, before we started filming,
yes.
we were talking about video wills.
Yes.
Just for the sake of the audience here, briefly, give us some insights on that.
A video will would be best suited for a testator who is of older, for example, past 60 or 70, or maybe has some form of cancer or late-stage cancer that would cause people to question his ability to drop a will later on after he passes away. In order to prevent this will to be proved in court as an invalid will, a video recording of the execution would ensure that there will be a witness that he has testamentary capacity to sign and execute his will.
Okay.
Yes, and so during the video recording, The will be read to him to make sure that he understands. And as he signs his will, as he executes his will, it will be recorded as well.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you very much for that, Yiyang.
Thank you.
Some excellent insights there. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and we look forward to seeing you at the next episode of The Lawyer is In. Thank you.